are filled with joyous pleasure. I like the way you describe passion. It's nothing brighter than love of you, yeah. Now it's time to be clear, yeah. We got a story to share with the world. This is just
Yo, welcome A7 Band, welcome Moonbearry. My chair is caught, holy cow. Welcome everybody, welcome. Great to see you all tonight. Shout out to the Blood Cell Support community. Welcome Moonbearry, A7 Band, and everyone else. Thank you all so much tonight. Thank you for joining, How am I doing today? I think I'm doing pretty good. I don't know. I haven't slept. I keep saying I'm gonna take a freaking nap, and I never get to it. So, I'm definitely pretty exhausted. But yeah, it's great to see you, 87. Great to see you, Moonbearry. So yeah, today, like you said, a short one. I kind of always say that, right? And then it turns out to be longer than I anticipated. But I do have to make sure I do it shorter than anticipated, right? Simply because I do work tomorrow. It's a 10-hour shift, perhaps. So, with that being said, I need to make sure I'm rested, taking care of myself. But yeah, I don't know. Like, my brain's just not, the cogs are in there, but it's like moving bone to bone. They're not really spinning. But yeah, I literally just like sat here for like 2 to 3 minutes. And I was responding to Harley's message, and then I literally like just like spaced out for like 2 to 3 minutes, and it felt like 1 second would pass, and I was like, oh gosh. Then it happened again when I sat down to start the stream, so I was like, I must be tired. But something's in my mouth, freaking hair. But yeah, you and me both. Yeah, I know that you've been up grinding. We kind of had the same amount of sleep, unless you took a nap between the time that we spoke last. But excellent stream. Shout out to A7 Band, everybody. If you have not yet, make sure to show everybody the love, whether you see it now live or later on in the future VODs. Make sure to give all of my friends your support and some love. Shout out to A7 Band. Shout out to Moonbearry. Shout out to Harley F and Quinn. We are missing Cyber with him being on vacation. So I'm wondering if he's been doing IRL streams or like what's been happening. But it's just like, you know, when you're on vacation, you want to focus on family, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like what you want to try to focus on. Thank you. It definitely went way longer than I expected. I was just playing with the BCS squad. Heck yeah, bro. That's awesome. That's what it's about, though. Like, when you are in the moment and you're really, like, just loving the time you're spending with your friends, your family, those that you love, no matter how far they are, they're just a different type of feeling that it is when you're able to like get together and just like connect, you know, just simply saying hello and chatting, you know, it all means so much more. But I spent a little bit of time today checking out some new people's streams, some old people that I haven't checked out in a little while after I watched your stream A7 Band, the order of which I'm kinda lost. I think I checked out Moonbearry's stream after yours. Tried to focus on something in my actual life, and it just wasn't working. I just have had to like focus on. I didn't have to, but I just felt like supporting people today. So today's stream is not necessarily going to be anything in particular. It's just kind of here to hang out. And I might play a game if I pick one, but yeah, I spent time after your stream 8-7, which was wonderful, by the way. So major W to 8-7. It was awesome watching you eat those habaneros and taking that habanero shot, or the habanero sauce, right? It's a shot, not whatever to me, but that was pretty fire. Probably fire also, but it's always good to hang out with you and everybody else that I'm able to. So I'm trying to make my rotations like between people's pages, so that way I'm slowly getting one by one to support everybody's stream. But I will be setting a daytime schedule to kind of like separate the digital side, so I can focus on, you know, what's going on. You know what I mean? You know, pretty much need to make sure I'm able to be fully rested and also take care of my health as well. And there's just some moments where I'm like, yeah, I probably need to get away from the screen time, you know? So it's not even that I'm not going to be able to support, it's that I'm going to not be able to be like as active. And if you know me, and I think by now some of you may know me a little bit more, I like to chat. I like to mess around and have a good time, you know, just to keep the energy and levels, the vibes up. But who are you playing with anyways? You were playing with the BCS squad. Yeah, I was just gonna say it was going down like fire afterwards, yo. That stuff, it'll get you. It'll get you. If it doesn't get you right off the jump, it can take a minute to hit. I had some Carolina Reaper casually with like, I mixed it together with some barbecue sauce, but like for me, it's not a pepper, right? So you have to put into mind that the peppers have the capsaicin and the seeds. So the habaneros probably were crazy fire, right? So imagine that with the scorpion pepper, right? I did not have a scorpion pepper or a Carolina Reaper pepper, but I had the sauce. I have spicy food literally on everything I eat. If it's not saucy, I don't really like it. But that's not necessarily a good thing. I just always used to have like barbecue sauces and stuff with a lot of sugar. And because of health, I had to cut back on all that sugary, crazy stuff. Yeah. But I was watching pretty actively. Judine, what's up? We got 8-7 here. Welcome, Judine. How are you? Great to see you. We got Moon here lurking. We got 8-7 so far. Judine, welcome to the chat. Great to see you. And I love that. that animated emoji. I still haven't done any new updates to my channel since like, well, the last update, right? So I need to focus some time to get more features such as that emoji, which is fire, by the way. Super cool. And, you know, just try to add more features for the channel. Just that way it's kind of gonna go hand in hand, you know. Anyways, today, I don't know if I'm even gonna play a game really, but does anybody know of a non-affiliate in the BCS community that is playing or that is going to be live at all? I know that Harley is right now, oh gosh, major chest pain, holy cow. Well, that wasn't expected, goodness. So yeah, and stuff like, yeah, something doesn't feel too good, but that's all good. We're alive. We're kicking so far. Whew. But yeah. let me try to read the chat. Oh, that's such a dope. I'm Judy. 1 blood cells. I love that. So like if I just typed, right? Because if I hover above it. If I just hover above, right, your icon, your emoji, excuse me, and I just type the text, right, my brain is not braining. If I just hover above the text and I type the words, right, well, let's just do it. Nope. At least not on my end. Because I've always wondered how that kind of works with like when you like type, because when I'll put an emoji in sometimes for your channel H7 or Blood or anyone's channel, sometimes I will just see the text but I don't see the emoji, nothing, and then I see other people doing the same thing and then it's like it's infrequent, you know what I mean? But yeah. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Shadow Pato. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. My alerts changed again. Goodness. They just will not save. I'm Judy. I'm not drunk. Wait, the weather is so hot. What's the temperature? How hot is it where you are? I'm just like, it's hot in my room right here. I shouldn't even have this on, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah. See, I love that. I love that emoji, that panda. That twerking panda. Oh, Blood F8 dance. Oh, that's cool. I guess I probably have that then, right? Well, how hot it is where you are, H, and also Judine, how hot is it where you are? We're all kind of like across the area, right? Across the world. We're everywhere, right? I'm not drunk. You need to subscribe. Let me check your channel out. I always ask the same question over and over again, but when do you stream? It's probably gonna be a regular question I ask to everyone. This partially due to hitting my head so many dang times. Oh, did you play recently, Judine? You're still on vacation, right? See, my brain somewhat works. It works sometimes. But how is vacation? You're still alive, so your mother didn't kill you for drinking, right? Or are you not Judine? I'm just wondering at this point. I'm a little bit hesitant. Yeah, it's great to see everybody. We hung out after a Moonbearry stream. Oh gosh, I didn't hit the freaking skip button for the ad break. Goodness gracious. Oh no. Yo. Yeah, very, very tired, very exhausted. We're live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Welcome everybody to the family. Great to see everybody. 32 degrees, so that's Celsius. Wait, is that Fahrenheit? 32 degrees Celsius? That would be like 77 or up, right? Like 0 is I think like what, 23 or 28 times 10 times 10 or plus whatever. Oh, I was not that close. Off by 10 degrees is not that close. So, yeah. So, does everywhere else except the United States go by Celsius? Gosh, there's like something in my nose that itches so bad. Just dig it out, you know, just dig it out. But that's pretty hot. 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And is it the daytime or nighttime? I know H7U, it's gotta be like an hour past dusk, right? An hour past dusk, I think. Judine, high five. Oh, gotcha. Do better. Boom. Smack. 9:30 p.m. and it's at 33 degrees here. Jeez, yo. That's hot for the nighttime. I mean, I know. I guess I could pull up the weather app. It's only 70 right now. It's only 70. It feels like 41. So you're saying that it's... Holy cow. Well, for the afternoon, that's actually average. I mean, as far as where I am here, I'm currently in Switzerland. It's about 70 right now. Wherever the heck I am. Yeah, on summer we hit 51. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Junine, I'm in Switzerland. I just had to pick a location. For various reasons, I am not going to reopen this conversation, but I'm currently in Switzerland. Yeah, wait, that's like an actual game. This man playing GeoGuessr. Yo, did anybody ever play? By the way, welcome everybody to the stream. Good to see y'all. Did anybody ever play? And I'm saying play, but it was kind of like just like something you did with your friends when you would go to different terrain levels. And we call it here geocache. Did anybody ever do that? It would be like a GPS location on your phone, or I think it was just on your phone actually. And you would go and you'd have to find these little like time capsule or small containers or various size containers, and they'd be like hidden or just kind of at the location you went, and you would go in, just kind of like adventure with your friends and discover it. But that was so fun doing that when I was younger. I still love to do that type of stuff. Hiking is a huge passion of mine. I just haven't been able to with my like injuries. So I put all my energy really like into the streams when you see me going hard. Like, when you see me standing up and I'm rocking out, I put my energy into that, like, because like normally I shouldn't be moving like that, because my freaking leg is in crazy baby. That's right, Moonbearry, welcome, welcome. Let's go, let's go. Woo. That's right. Great to see you, Moon. What are you up to? By the way, awesome game earlier. We got Moonbearry in the chat, everybody. Everybody say hi to Moonbearry. If you have not yet, she's an amazing player, just like y'all. She plays games like Fortnite, Fallout. Well, let me try that again. Like Fortnite, Fall Guys, Marbles on Stream, and Marble Rivals. I love the twerking panda. The twerking panda. It's always good to see you. I made some tea. Oh, and Minecraft. That's right. She also plays Minecraft also. Just, I think five games. But yeah, what tea are you having? Hey, Coca Kanishikla. Welcome. I said that wrong. But great to see you again. How are you? It's been a minute. Yeah, it's great to see you, Coca. Hey, you told me how to say it right before, and my brain's always going like the left field. But yeah, me and H7 and Janine, we were talking about in Kokinesha. Kokinesha, right? Kokinesha. Welcome, Kokinesha, everybody. Welcome Kokinesha to the stream, to the chat. So happy to see you. So happy you're here. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, my brain's like phonetically like where did those vowels go? But before you showed on up, y'all, we were talking with A7 Band and Judine from the BCS support, the homies from the support Discord, and we were talking about what did H7 said, GeoGuessr, right? And there's a game when I was a child, right? Talk like it was so long ago. It was like called geocache, at least where we are here in Switzerland. We would play. it would like be a time capsule that would be hidden, and you could use your phone or whatever device at the time, and you'd find it wherever you were. And for one instance, I'll explain, there was a geocache. Keep it together. Keep it together. My brain is not braining. Now I lost my trap. Every time you wink, you laugh more and more. Oh yeah, no, I mean for sure. At this point, I'm just like, I was like, yeah, my jaw didn't even move at the right time with my blink. But in all fairness, I don't know if y'all can even tell, but my right eye keeps like twitching. It's the one that got damaged mostly when I got sucker punched from somebody in the past, and also smashing my face into concrete. And let me tell you, concrete hits you harder than you would think. So the geocache, pretty much what it is one time in particular, there was a place in New York State when I was visiting, and we were traveling, right? And so me and a couple of friends at that time, we were looking for this geocache. We had the GPS up, and there is a freaking sewer drain, right? Like, there's a place in Pennsylvania, the Erie Canal, and I believe it connects somewhere to New York. And so within these, you could kind of call it like water drain pipes, it was huge. I'm talking about like standing up, you could walk in it, and it would get like, smaller and smaller as you went down further. But they were like unused or something like that. And this geocache was about half a mile inside of this underground water system. And so we found it. It was like to the left, kind of like in this like drain cutoff, or like this other tube, right? Essentially, it's another area where water flows into this big area, which, thinking about it, probably shouldn't have been down there with how much water could have possibly gone through that. But the geocache said it was like terrain level 3, and so it goes from terrain 1, 2, 3, and so on. And the higher the number gets, it's like the more mountains, the more hills, the higher elevation it is. And so we went and we did this adventuring, and we would go and look like we did a couple months, and it was just really fun. It kind of gave me the same vibes as when me and my friends, when we were younger, we would go to like the haunted location, right? And we would investigate, like kind of like see what's up, what's in the area. Is it actually haunted? Does it give you like weird chills, like vibes like that? And so fast forward, probably wasn't the best thing to do, but it was fun when I was younger, because there is a place that had like this destroyed dynamite factory. It was like a tragic thing that happened, and this particular location was on an Indian reservation. So we didn't have like many friends that really were from the tribe or lived on the property, but there was a small section that was still owned, and I think may still be owned by the natives. I forget what the name of them were. Cherokee. It was somebody I knew. I had a friend growing up, Taylor, and he also knew about this. But he was my friend in college and growing up, and I still love him like crazy. Miss all the homies back home. But like at the end of the day, it was just such a fun time going there. The dynamite factory was so unstructured. It was so, I don't know how to say this. Gosh, the structure was caving in. It was freaking caving in, and so the bottom area, I'm moving the mouse like you can see me looking at a map. Oh my gosh. The bottom structure, you could go in and kind of like go into the left and the right side, which seemed like main corridors to access it. And then when you got in there, you could go right. Hey, Sicilian Breezy, welcome. Great to see you. How are you? Great to see you. Welcome everybody. Welcome Sicilian. We're talking about old geocache days, adventuring with friends, and particularly this place I went to was a dynamite factory. And what happened is an explosion happened, and unfortunately a lot of lives were taken. Hey Reckless, great to see you. Welcome Sicilian, Breezy, and Reckless in your face. Welcome. Great to see you. Good to see everybody. We're here right now with 8-7 band, Judine, Moonbearry, and Kokashina. We're just hanging out and chatting right now. But thanks for stopping in. What's up with y'all? I'm talking about like an old story in which there's an Indian reservation where I used to live, or at least nearby, and we would go and do what's like a geocache. And so this particular place was just like kind of like had rumors and stories of being haunted. And so it exploded, and pretty much no problem. We appreciate you, dude. Yeah, absolutely. No, I appreciate you. Appreciate all of you so much, so much. Y'all are the reason why I stream, you know. It's all for the community, not for myself in any type of manner. The purpose of this is really to, you know, make good friendships and to like kind of build a community together, or to join and participate with the community, you know. You know, that's kind of what it is. Like, you know, I'm really grateful for the Blood Cell support, really grateful for Moonbearry, really grateful for Mass Machine. There's so many people. But yeah, it's great. Great to see everybody. Hey, hey, just here relaxing. How's your night going, brother, or day overall? You're absolutely right. Community is very important. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's very. I need to make some of these alerts not scare me. I'm like so ready to jump. I'm like, oh, that was actually that was a hype sound. Don't get scared at the hype. Don't jump at the hype. But jump. But do, but don't. But yeah, so Reckless, we would go as kids to this dynamite factory. It had exploded in a very, very tragic and sad manner. A lot of people lost their lives. And we would go this place of a couple of different locations. And we would go as friends, we would say we were ghost hunting, right? But we were just hanging out in a dangerous area at the end of the day. And it was located on an Indian reservation. Now, I just smacked my monitor. I don't know if it's still accessible, but you have to like actually take dirt bikes to go and access the road. Question you might have? No, I did not ride a motorcycle at this point. We walked. So that's probably where I began my love for hiking. Those of you that do know me or have had a moment or two to kind of see like my story or hear a little bit, what I pretty much used to do and still love to do is hike. I love nature. I love to go out in the elements and just like be like outside in general. But medically, it just doesn't work out. Where I'm at currently in Texas, the nearest nature and like areas to do that would be in Austin, kind of out towards where Emily is. Hey, welcome Queen Hayes. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome Queen Hayes. We got more of the BCS family. Let's go. It's going wonderful, Queen. You know, all things considered, I'm blessed. I'm very blessed. It's great to see you. How are you? How are you also, Kokushina and Reckless? How are your nights? And by the way, Reckless, it is currently nighttime. It's almost midnight. It's almost midnight. What do you say, W. Viero? W. Viero? We all in here showing love? Yes. That's what I love. That's what this is all about. Like, today I'm focusing a little bit more on the chatting aspect of it, because I can get locked in. I can get really locked in to the game that I just stop paying attention to the chat, and I'm like, oh my gosh, let me catch back up with all these messages, and then by the time I do, it's like I feel like I'm ignoring people. So I do like to actually have time to actually just hang out and like see how everyone else is doing, because like I said, that's the main reason for me streaming. That's the whole purpose of this, is to be there and provide ominous music? What the f...
After all the shit I've been through, made me think that I could do something after life.
What is happening?
Always.
What the f... Okay. I feel like that was like a random subliminal message. Holy cow. As I'm speaking about ghosts and like haunted dynamite factories, that's funny. Oh my gosh. And it's 12:47 for me. So 12:40 for you. Oh, that's the East Coast? Are you on the East Coast? Oh my gosh, my right eye's twitching again. Goodness. Oh my gosh. So yeah, the story to continue, right? To continue, we went into this dynamite factory. We'd have to take dirt bikes or walk a very long distance. It's kind of offset into the back where the trees are afterwards. And everybody and their brother that was in the community already knew about all this and the story and the tale of what had happened with people losing their lives. and it's very sad. As I said, it's a very sad thing, but they believe that these souls of their ancestors and people that had died in the dynamite factory explosion, they believe that they still resided there. And so for people that were really intrigued in like the paranormal, the afterlife, right, like that aspect of things, in New York it's very cryptic, and it's very much like it's like you either love it or you hate it. But as a part of the history in New York, a lot of those different things that happened. And so essentially, hey, thank you so much for the follow. IGS Ghost, thank you and welcome to the family. IGS Ghost, Major W, y'all. Great to see everybody. Great to see you. Thank you so much for the follow. So IGS Ghost, W in the chat, W to Queen Hayes also. How are you? If I haven't said it, this dynamite factory, right? It was like ruined, broken. It had a little bit of a structure, cement, bricks, walls. On the left and the right side, there were access points. You could go inside, and then in the center was like a chimney, right? It was like kind of the center of a house that just went really, really high up, but it was kind of still intact. It was still intact. So the top would have these areas that you could parkour and get to the very top. And you know, if I had photos back then, it would be so cool to like look back on like the memories. But that's what it was. It was a dangerous place to play, and we'd have to literally climb up into these corridors that were destroyed. Then there also was another place out there, not too far off. There's probably 45 minutes away. Message. It was about 45 minutes away from this dynamite factory, and it was like an abandoned factory and warehouse, right? And so when you would go up and walk, like the same type of sensation and feeling you got from the dynamite factory, with that eerie sensation because you knew the tale, you knew people had passed on there. Well, this other location, I don't even know if it has a story or what the tale is behind it necessarily, but it's a warehouse. And while I was in my band growing up, essentially with some of the greatest friends that I had, they pretty much all would go together with us. Not everybody. This was a little bit earlier. We would go to this place in New York, and it was a factory, as I said, but it was a massive. And as you approach this factory, what happened is sometimes you would see like a light flickering, and in one instance there's kind of what seemed like a full body apparition, kind of very, very far in the distance. Like if I'm looking at the place from 2 to 3 football fields away, forget the size of a football field, but you're that far away and you just kind of see something that looks like it's standing there in the window. It's like, it can be very, very odd. So yeah, it was like very cool to do that with friends. So that's why I was reminded of like the geocaching situation. For those of you that have tried it, it's really fun to do. Probably not something that people do any longer, but I could be wrong. You know, that's essentially what I remember, is going and hanging out with friends, doing these different adventurous things. And even before all the ghost hunting stuff, like, I was very much intrigued with the nature aspect. So I would go to the trails, and in New York, if you go up to the like hiking areas, it's very beautiful, lush, green, depending on the season you're in. If it's not snowy, it's very, very beautiful. And so when I eventually moved, I ended up going from there, following my music industry credentials essentially, and I kind of transitioned from being on the stage. Even though I still performed, I didn't perform as much or as frequent. I went behind the scenes to do the engineering more and the music production. Ended up getting certified as a producer out in Hollywood. and then ended up going from the studio there, which I fortunately was able to be there, which was a blessing. I do wish that I spent more time, but I had lost my car, the first car wreck, and that's when I had like the first major head injury. So I wasn't able to go as frequent. It was in Hollywood. I lived in a little bit, I say a little bit, like 8 miles or more away, but that's like 40 plus minutes to like an hour or more away from Hollywood. And you know, that place was actually and still is really, really awesome. I love the homies that are there, but they did a lot of great work. A lot of it is well known and well renowned. So that was what they had already been doing. And I came into the studio as a student, and from there I ended up branching out after my education, and I ended up just starting up my own studio in my own place. Now, I've shared the photos with BCS on the photo site, I think once or twice, and then I also have it on my Instagram. So I've done that, and then I kind of just felt led after COVID happened. A little bit before that, it was like 2019. I just felt like God was like, hey, stop listening to music. Now, mind you, I lived my entire life with headsets and like earbuds in my ears. So for me, it was very unusual. It was not normal for me to just be like, hey, yeah, let's stop listening to music, right? But I stopped, and for about 3 to 4 years, I just gave it completely up. And I just was like trying to focus more on like rebuilding my self-confidence, my self-worth, and focusing on that and how I could improve it. In which case, you know, it was a very, very tough spiritual, mental, emotional battle with a lot of the stuff that I struggled with as a child. And even to this day, this year, to be exact, I began to actually like start advocating for myself after harboring in so much stuff that I'd been, you know, for what it's worth, traumatized by. And so in itself, that was another great sack. And thank you so much, Sicilian VZ, for the lurk. Thank you so much. I appreciate you keeping on that lurking going on. And so that kind of jump-started my streaming ventures, right? It took a long time. Left the industry more or less. Took a break on a hiatus and focused on rebuilding that level of confidence. And so it goes without saying that my streaming journey began 321 days ago. We've done it every day since beginning. I kind of taught myself the streaming process, had like an idea and understanding of how to do it from my previous experience with the audio side, and even the film and directing with my other associate's degree. So I just stayed consistent with it, and I never gave up. But what I realized after doing all of these different things is that what I learned throughout my life, maybe it wasn't for me per se, but to use my gifts to help other people and to like use it as a way that I can branch out and be a light in this world. Because I struggled with it for a little while. I struggled with trying to like knowing, oh shoot, it just got hard. Got that 8-bit. She's like got hard out of nowhere. Jeez. So, yeah, I don't know. The song just hit like that. So, this all began as like a stepping stone in recovery for myself to get back out there and to like kind of continue to use the gifts that I had to help others. And there's like a lot of experience that I gained over the years, but I never knew like how to really use it in the right way. So that's a part of this journey. And so now there's a freaking ad break. Now there's an ad break right when I'm talking. So it goes without saying that when I began this journey, it started off small. It gradually like led to something, right? Some of you know the journey.
Rain's coming down and I'm stuck in a maelstrom. Now the sun's gone.
Random dance break.
I thought I'd never be the one to move on.
Tears in the Rain by EM. By the way, shout out to Streamlabs, shout out to Stream Elements, shout out to the Blood Cell Support Group, shout out to Moonbearry, shout out to Machine, shout out to Mass Machine, shout out to everyone in the chat, shout out to all the new subscribers, the new lurkers. Hey, welcome, 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 thanks so much, welcome. Welcome, hey, Chief Chippy, thank you so much, Chief Chippy, Chief Chippy 05, welcome to the family, great to see you. Thank you for the follow. I think you were in Mass Machine stream earlier. But yeah, it's great to see everybody. And yeah, there's a lot that has gone on. I'm trying to wait for the ad break to be over. Ah! It's like, just remove them. Just remove all the ads. You're good. You're good. So yeah, that's essentially a big part of it. Left the industry kind of behind for a little bit, and then said, alright, day one of the streaming journey, I was talking and taking these kind of like beginning stepping stone coaching sessions with Tom Challen and Kim Challen. They have a group on Facebook called Priority Living, which is like a faith-based, kind of like a, what do they call it? Like health, wealth, and prosperity. And so there was a lot of really good tips and information they had. But I joined these, what you would call coaching sessions, about how to get back into the old hobbies, the old habits that you did. And so shout out to Tom and Kim Challenge, by the way. I appreciate y'all. It's been a little bit of a trip. It's been a long journey. 321 freaking days, y'all. We're almost at a full year. And what happened is, at day, I think it was at day 292 days in a row, I end up getting messaged by this guy, 87, this homie right here, 87 band. So I got shout out to A7 band, by the way. Oh, I can't shout you out for another 17 minutes. Oh my gosh, y'all. Gosh, well, I got messaged by this MFer, right? And he just kind of shared with me, like, hey, this Discord group by Bloodfest, you know, is a great way to, like, kind of get involved. Guilty. And so, thanks to H7, that was kind of like a confirmation from God more that I was doing what he wanted me to do, because I had been going 292 days strong, but as any streamer feels when you consistently stream and you don't see the support or the progress happening, in spite of my past experience, in spite of all the awards and things I had done before, it just felt like it wasn't getting anywhere, and I thought I was saying into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Oh my gosh. But anyways, to continue, A7 Band messaged me and was like, yo, check out this Discord community, and that's the Blood Cell Support community. And so, like he suggested, I got involved. I took a step out in faith, and then I just tried to become involved and talk to each and every one of you, you know. And I'm getting my way around. That sounds bad. I'm getting each day gosh, how can I say this and not incriminate myself in a terrible way? Goodness, I'm trying to try to join and watch everyone's streams and show everybody support, but like be genuine about it, you know, like be there, talk, chat, be a good positive energy, and you know, to let my light shine. Like I said, the whole purpose of this is about. So when I began that journey getting back to it, it was like I said, day 292, and so 8 days, y'all. It took 8 days after that, 8 days for us to go from literally, I think it was what, like 1 or 2 average viewers. By the way, welcome everybody. Thank you so much, and welcome to the stream. Shout out to BCSS right Reckless in your face. Everybody, make sure to go ahead and give all the homies the love and support. Follow their pages. I love you guys. Yeah, thank you. You're an awesome guy, brother. Yeah, no, you guys are freaking amazing. There really aren't many words that can actually describe how much everyone really has been supportive. But y'all, I want you to know that if you ever feel like what you're doing is not getting or leading to where you want it to be, just understand that a lot of people are doing the same thing, looking for that like visibility, for instance, in streaming, or that support within a community, and like H7 said, network, you know. 87 said 292, invited 300, affiliated 314, made it to Blood Team 999, conquered the world. Yes. Perfectly and well said, 87. Yeah, so like you said, literally 8 days, hit affiliate after joining Blood Cell Support with the help of 87, the help of Reckless, Cocotina, hey, every single one of you, you know. Yes, I agree, he is a cool little. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all's kind words. Y'all making me smile and such. And so, some of the first people that I began watching, right? Like God has a reason for everything. I didn't know why I was joining, why I was getting involved in the streaming industry or career networking, like 87 said, but I felt like there was a reason I was told to do it, so I just had to step out in faithfulness and just like do it. And it's interesting that it took a long time, right? 292 days of consistent, like doing it every day, hours and hours and hours, going from like amazing human deserves a crab rave at the hour mark. Well, I mean, if you have the points, you know, I can't control what you do with those channel points, but thank you so much. With all this being said, it took 8 days to hit affiliate with the help of everyone here, and you guys are really the biggest W's, the biggest help, benefits that have been here. You know, shout out to Kokoshina, to Moonbearry, to Reckless, to H7, to Louisa, which is X2 Blue Moon, to Sicilian BZ, to Queen Hayes, gosh, to Moonbearry, that's what I was going to say, to Judine. Yeah, so far I think that's everybody that I've seen here. Pretty much, I think I saw Moonbearry probably second or third. Like, before I was a part of the Blood Cell Support, it was Moonbearry and Emily CC, and I think that was it. Thank you so much. That's right. I love you guys though, for real. For real. I know it's maybe an awkward shaped heart, but this awkward shaped heart loves you. But to get to the punch and the gist of it is, there is hope, there is a purpose, there is a future for me that is found through God. And so my light, I have to let shine in spite of any type of, you know, defamation and slander, like it comes regardless of what you stand for. But I felt that at the beginning, which I've been trying to say, is the first video, if anybody goes back to kind of like the start, the first video I uploaded was basically saying get back in the dirt, right? And so I didn't understand what that meant. But knowing my story, I came from the music industry, very traumatic, a lot of abuse throughout my life. And then I just heard like this word from God that said, get back in the dirt. So I just made this short little video, and I took a clump of dirt and smacked it on my head and said just that one-liner, get back in the dirt, or, you know, some variant of that. And that was kind of like my breaking from staying in the shadows of the industry for 14 years or so, where I went from being in front of the audience to kind of behind the scenes because I just was having too much problems with emotional, like, you know, problems with like being able to handle the stress and all the defamation and slander, rumors, and things that people, unfortunately, it happens. And by no means am I a perfect person, not at all. But what I'm trying to add, like, this pretty much say is God told me to get back into this, and by in itself getting back in the dirt, kind of makes it seem like it's gonna be messy, it's gonna be tough. There might be some obstacles to overcome, and there might be a lot of freaking obstacles. So yeah, that's essentially the reason why I began to get back into it. And now we are officially here as affiliate. We're getting opportunities left and right. We have to pick and choose what's right. We're getting viewer visibility increasing beyond the expectations that I ever had. But it's all because I've stayed faithful and remained, you know, consistent. With the help of everyone at BCS, I believe that God put you guys all in my life for a reason. So that's why I want to always give the recognition and show the love back, because we all have a purpose. We all have a battle or a struggle that we're going through. And I want you to know, if you ever find yourself in a place where you literally don't know what to freaking do, I want y'all to know, like, you can always come here. Like, you are not alone. It's something that is freaking hard, though. Like, this freaking life, you know, we really do need each other. Whew. Get a little emotional there, but yeah, it's been really tough. It's been a really tough time getting to where we are now, but it's because of you guys that it's all even possible. It's because of God that my life has changed. And yeah, that's the best part. The best part about this community is that it's all been for a purpose. And I want you to know that you are loved. That if you don't feel it, I want you to know that you are. You know, there is hope. There's definitely hope. And so yeah, that's essentially the journey that we all kind of are on. And I love you guys too. And so that's, you know, that's the whole point. That's why we're here. That's why we're still here every day, trying to put our best foot forward, moving past the obstacles that we all are facing. Yo, I mean, yeah. It's definitely something that I don't talk about much, but let's try. Let's lift the vibes up. But y'all are freaking W's. But yeah, we just hit that 1 hour mark, and 8-7's on it. 8-7 is freaking just on it, like, immediately. Can't let you slow down. You're a force of nature, bro. That's right. Air, wind, fire, water, oxygen. I don't know. But yeah, it's freaking awesome being a part of the community and seeing every one of you guys. And the Crab Nation attack, y'all. Just do the awkward arm dance, right? Good vibes, that's right. And stop. Y'all, this is probably one of the best additions to the channel points that I've made. Are we gonna snooze the last ad? Not the reckless looking for his cane. Ooh. I'm like, wait, what? I don't know what I was looking for. Yeah, the freaking emojis are hilarious. I love it. In, out, in, out. It's a double-sided fishing rod. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's a double-sided fishing rod. Yeah, I'm like looking for his cane. I'm like, just grab a cane and just start beating somebody over the head with it, right? Major W's for the crab wraith. So yeah, y'all, you guys are freaking W's. I love you guys so much. But yeah, does anybody know? Like I said, it is a short stream. That's kind of the summary. It's the gist. Thank you so much, A7, for raising the energy. Shout out to Queen Hayes, Reckless. We also have Louisa maybe here. Maybe she's sleeping. We also have, oh gosh, where is that? Kokashina, Moonbearry. Also Sicilian Beezy. Chief Chippy. IGS Ghost. Gosh, where the heck? The messages are just not going. They're not here. Moonbearry, of course, first in the chat. As usual, Moonbearry's always locked in. And also, last but not least, I'm Judine. So shout out to all the homies from the Blood Cell support community, y'all. You guys are freaking awesome. Y'all are amazing. In the meantime, though, I do have work tomorrow. So I'm going to end up raiding out. If anybody knows of anyone that is live right now, I want to raid a non-affiliate if they're live. I think I have Landon. Landon might be. Oh, look. It looks like if he's online, then we gonna raid Landon, y'all. Show him that BCS love, y'all. Let's see. 1, 2. But I love all those emojis. I love all the custom emojis you guys just spam in the chat. That's why I have the emote wall up. Is literally to do that. But let's go and show the homie the BCS love that we all have. Let's go show him some major love, y'all. I really love you guys. I pray that each and every one of you has a blessed night. That whatever you're going through, that you are not alone. That you have a purpose. Let's show the same love that we would love for ourselves. And go show it on here to Landon at 9701. God bless you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Later.